What's going on, good people? Happy Monday to each and every one of you guys. I hope that your weekend was absolutely amazing. But even if it wasn't, guess what? Any day above ground is better than a day underground. Even in our bad times, God is still good. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. To those of you who have been rocking with me, thank you. Appreciate you. Glad that you're here. For those of you who may be first time viewers, you're welcome once, twice, three times. You are welcome. And if you are watching a replay, then simply type the word replay in the comment bar so that I know that you did come and check your girl out. Right now, we are live and we are in color. So, guys, you know like how I like to do it on Mondays. You know, it's a motivational Monday. I want to be able to motivate you guys, especially the ones of you who may be feeling some kind of way down in your shana now. You might feel like you've been used. You might feel overwhelmed for whatever reason. You might feel like, you know, you're tired, you about to be burned out, or, you know, it's always something. It's one thing after the other. And, you know, you trying to figure out when are things going to ease up for me? You know what I mean? If you've ever felt that way, type me in the comment bar. And hello to everybody. Hello to everybody, and thank y'all for the nice comments. You know, I appreciate you. What up, Marta? Thank you for those stars, sugar. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. I was gonna go outside and, you know, chill with y'all, but speaking of chill, it's chilly, and I don't like being cold, so I said, let me go on upstairs. Yeah. We got them over here on IG. They like me. I look spicy today. Child, I ain't got on nothing but a t-shirt. It might be this bang. That's what it is. The bang. Oh. That's what it is. Put a little bit of spice in there. She like, hello, me. Natalia was like, me. She don't hit the tempo. She said, me, baby. Huh? So, guys, I was thinking about a situation that I had been in, and I had really thought that I was doing the right thing. You know, you've learned so many things growing up. You've learned, you know, some people, depending on who your teacher was coming up, right? You have that person that it didn't matter how terrible somebody did them. It didn't matter how raggedy they were. It did not matter if they knew for a fact that the people were not good for them. You just be good to them. Don't you worry about it. You do your part. You know, that kind of person. Then you had the other person that they knew the person wasn't hitting on the hill of beans. They knew they wasn't about that life, and they kept them around because they knew that they couldn't trust them. And because they knew that they couldn't trust them, they would always listen to see what they had to say because they knew that that dog that brought a bone was carrying a bone, but they always stayed on top of things and one step ahead because they had Petty Betty and Foolish Frank. You understand? They had them, you know, in the midst. Then you had the ones. Baby, they found out you was, you know, you want to be grimy. Baby, they got grimy let the world know how dirty you was and cut you off and didn't care. You were either taught by one of those three persons. And if you like me, you done came in contact with one of each of those persons and you had to figure out which way you was going to rock, right? Thank you for the heart, Shug. Thank you. So the thing about it is this. Even, and especially when these relationships and friendships are very, very close, in your mind, because you may know their history, you may know their background, you will find yourself excusing the foolishness. You'll find yourself excusing the behaviors because you can relate or you understand or they going through a lot. But how long is too long? That's the question of the day. How long is too long? How long are you going to allow somebody to refuse to change and refuse to do better and you accept it? How long is too long? How long are you going to continue on walking on the path that you're walking on, feeling unfulfilled, carrying people along with you or walking beside people along with you? You really can't trust like that, but you'd rather do that than to do it by yourself. How long is too long? You'll be in a relationship, or like some people like to say, a situationship and all that other stuff. I'm like, Who came up with that? But anyway, maybe it is. I don't know what it is. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just here to be transparent, and I'm just here to make sure that I communicate effectively, right? Now, there'll be plenty of people that'll say, well, if it comes to that, I'm going to be done. Or if this comes up, then I'm going to quit. But can I tell y'all, it doesn't work that way? Can I tell you that if you're in a relationship with somebody and you are emotionally attached, you have a soul tie, you're spiritually connected, and all of this other stuff, you have made a gumbo of disaster is basically what you made. But because there are some good things in there, you pick through the soup. Well, this right here is good. This part is good. Oh, I don't like that, so I'm going to push that to the side. Not understanding that the gumbo in its totality is going to affect you, whether you take a piece out of it or whether you take a whole spoon. Now, I just did that analogy for people. It's lunchtime, honey. You be thinking about if you eating soup right now, you probably staring at it like, oh, Lord. Because some people feel like they can go and they can take away and they can separate certain stuff out of a person, and they'll just focus on this part right here that makes them smile. But at the end of the day, if the things that you desire, if the things that you really want the most, if the results that you desire, you're not going to be able to get from that person, it doesn't matter how much you pick out. It doesn't matter how much you push aside. You are still going to be unfulfilled. It doesn't matter if you have the biggest bowl of gumbo or soup. If you do enough picking out of it, you're going to find yourself not feeling fulfilled. You feel like you need to go and get an appetizer, or you need to go and get another entree. Now you have went outside of the relationship, because your appetite has been piqued, because you ain't satisfied at the table. How long is too long, though? How long you gonna be talking to this one on the side, dealing with that one, and we just text, or we just inbox, we just email, we just be on the phone? How long you gonna do all of that foolishness because you're trying to buy time for the one that you really desire to get themselves together? How long is too long? You at the job, you doing what you need to do, you showing up, but every day you go, you feeling some kind of way before you get there. And every day you leave, you always quitting. You quit every Friday, you go back every Monday. You have a desire for more. You want to do something different. You've identified even other things that you really, really want to do, but you keep going there because it's familiar, but you are so unfulfilled. You are so unhappy. You start feeling some kind of way, and now it's starting to show because now your attitude is not the same. Your smile is not as bright, and your temperament is not even where it used to be. How long is too long? They keep overlooking you. They want you to train the person for the position that you applied for. You continue to overgive, and they continue to underappreciate. How long is too long? You stay in a nice house. You may be driving a nice car. You got it going on according to people because they only see what they see. But you are not getting any rest because you can't afford where you lay your head. You are not getting any rest because you got to pick and choose whether or not you're going to pay a car payment or whether or not you're going to pay the insurance. You trying to choose between, like, how am I going to keep this up? How am I going to be able to do this? All to save face because you don't want to be embarrassed, or you don't want to think anybody to think you done fell off. But at the end of the day, you are so unhappy. You contemplating things and you thinking about things that you never thought that you would think about before. How long is too long? So for days and now weeks and now months, you are basing decisions on people and with people who really, as my grandma say, they don't mean you don't never mind. They don't mean you know never mind. That's what my grandma used to say. I was like, don't mean me no never mind. I'm like, what is that? What is mean me no? And now I'm older and I understand exactly what she was saying. You understand? So at the end of the day, you are building a life for other people. You're working so hard and you giving so much of yourself that you forgot yourself in the equation. If somebody asks you a simple question about what you like or what you desire to do or where you headed or whatever, you can't even answer the question because you have so many what ifs in your mind. You have so many other people's pictures that come up in your eye gate whenever they ask you, well, what's your goal for the next 6 months? Well, I don't know. I got my daughter and she's such and such, my son, and then, I'm trying to help my spouse do this, and, I'm responsible. Didn't nobody ask you all that. They said you. What's good with you? What do you want? And we'll have people that it makes you feel good to say it because I don't believe half of the people to say it. But when you hit me with as long as my family is good and as long as everybody around me is smiling, I'm happy. Lies from the pit of hell. If everybody is smiling and everybody is happy on your account and you can't find joy on the inside of you because there's nothing that you desire to do that you're actually doing, whenever it's time for you to do a certain thing, nobody acknowledges that you need help. When it's time for you to go forward, when it's time for you to go after what you desire, when it's time for you to stand up, when it's time for you to be in a position to finally go after what you want, none of those same people that got the smiles on their face, not only are they not there to cheer you on, they're not there to assist you, and then have the audacity to have to think about it when you do ask them for a thing, when you do ask them to show up. There's no way in heaven or hell that would make anybody feel good about themselves. But as long as they happy, as long as they smiling, I'm good. Okay. Go ahead with your good self. But for those who don't appreciate it, for those who want to do better, to those who want to pull themselves out, not totally disregarding everything and everybody, but at the point now where you're tired of ignoring you. You're tired of not showing up for you. How long is too long? How long is too long? At the end of the day, all of us have something that we desire to do. And if you're one of those person that says, I don't even know no more. I ain't even, it's just so exhausting. If you're one of those people that's going through all of that stuff right there, think back, as Betty Wright would say. I want you to think back on your very first time. Now, I ain't talking about that time you did that there. I'm talking about, I want you to think back on your very first time when you first thought about doing whatever it was you wanted to do. And I know some of you going to have to think back a little further than others. But you have to think back on what was that thing that you wanted to do? What was that thing to put a smile on your face? What was that thing that tugged you down in your shanana? What was that thing? But what happens is, or as they say, what had happened was you convinced yourself that you're too old to do it now. Too much time has passed now. Ain't no need for me to even be focused on that right now. Well, I ain't even worried about that right now. You ain't worried about it, but it continues to worry you. That's why it continues to come up in your mind. That's why you continue to feel some kind of way every time you see somebody else doing it, or every time you hear something about it. That's why your stomach don't feel right when you continue to settle. That's why your spirit don't feel right when you continue on being around those type people who are taking you away from it, who are draining you, and you trying to figure out why you so exhausted. You will always be exhausted when you have people draining you. But when your only goal is to stay filled so that you will have something to give away, that's a problem. It's a problem. How long is too long? How long are you going to be willing to give all of you to somebody who won't even give some of them to you? How long is too long? At the end of the day, we'll get to a point in our life where nothing makes us move more than anger. Baby, my mama used to tell me when I really, really wanted to do something, why you ain't did it yet? I was like, Ma, I don't know. And she was like, yeah, I know. I said, why? She said, you ain't got mad enough yet. I said, mad enough? Yeah. You ain't uncomfortable enough. You ain't mad enough. Something gonna have to happen that's gonna have to shift you to the point that mentally you like, I'm about to lose my mind. Your heart feels like, you know what? I can't take another blow. your soul doesn't even feel anchored no more. Everything on the inside of you, you're just overwhelmed. You're tired. You're frustrated. You want things to be different, but you know in your heart they will not. What you cannot change is somebody else. The only thing you can do is change the way you respond to it. You've surrounded yourself by a bunch of unqualified people, and you have allowed those people to disqualify you. So in your mind, now you're not qualified to do what you really want to do. Now you're not qualified to go after what you want to go after. Now you're not qualified to accomplish the things that you really want to accomplish. But at the end of the day, if you was to switch the people that you had around you, if you would stop letting unqualified people disqualify you, if you would start focusing on the focus, if you allow yourself to be around people who are moving forward, be around people who stay positive, be around people that's going to speak life into you, be around people who are going to invest in you, you have to have a system of reciprocity. That means give and take. But when you don't have those things, you will feel the way that you're feeling right now. When you don't have those things, you will end up asking yourself, how long is too long? And at the end of the day, hey, I feel like it's long enough. Me, I'm the type of person, and I've been working on this because I do have to get better with it. I would allow things to get up to here. But when they get up to here, I make drastic decisions. And it doesn't be drastic. They're not drastic like bad decisions. It's like everything I should have done, they're done now. So it is a huge shock factor to everybody around me. They like, what in the world? What's going on with Keita? There's nothing going on with Keita. Huh? The time was up. You overstayed your welcome. I overstayed my welcome. I'm in a place where I don't belong. I'm in a foreign land. I knew that I did not need to be in corporate America in the realm that I was in because of the way that I felt on the inside, because of the way that it was always something trying to be a barrier. It was just overwhelmingly obvious. But I continued to do it. I continued to go through it. And every time I said I was going to be done, I was like, you know what, I'm done. Then they mess around and send another direct deposit. And I was like, it's all right. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. Start misquoting scriptures and stuff. The Lord ain't gonna put more on me than I can bear. What they got to do with your job? What do they have to do with your job? And don't let it be a direct deposit and it had a bonus in there. We serve a God of overflow. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. Because at the end of the day, we scared to move. At the end of the day, we ain't trying to make no noise. At the end of the day, we like, you know what, it's all right. Because we can't even fathom. We can't even fathom the thought of making a decision and having to stick with it. You already know. You were supposed to let that go a long time ago. You already know that relationship was dead a long time ago. You mess around and complicated it because y'all started hunching. And now you attached to that part of the relationship because it's not really a relationship. That's how it ended up being that situationship, because that situation shouldn't have never happened. Now you over there trying to get your mind right, trying to focus, trying to do all this other stuff. I'm just trying to get over him. You can't get over him by staying under him, sis. Okay? I just need her to get behind me. Well, stay from behind her, sir. Okay? It's really that simple. Like real life. But, people don't usually talk as transparent to you that way. But it's really the truth. That's how you complicate things. That's how you complicate things. If we're going to be all the way real with it. So when I was going through that thing with corporate America, and I was really over it, really wanted to be done, I kept on building this tolerance of different stuff. Then one day, finally, I was like, boom, here's my resignation. Everybody around me was like, wait a minute, so you quit? You ain't coming back? You done? And you ain't going, and oh my God. That was on one end because I was done. Then on the other end, they weren't really concerned with me like that. They weren't concerned about my happiness. They weren't concerned about what it is I was doing and me being successful. They was more concerned like, oh, well, if she ain't going to be doing that, then I ain't going to be able to get as much as I've been getting from her. That's what that's about. Some people around you cheering you on, pushing you forward, wanting you to make sure that you continue to do the things that you're doing because they know the benefits that they have as you do that. They know the benefits that they have by being connected with you. So if you stop doing that thing that they're benefiting from, then what they got to now find somebody else to take advantage of. So you need to understand when a person show you who they are, you need to believe them. You need to understand that a thing is a thing. How long is too long? But y'all know how I do on Mondays. I want to get on here. I want to encourage y'all because I know it can be difficult. I know it can make you feel some kind of way. I know your little feelings can be hurt. I know that you can, what's that? Sometimes when you lonely, it's hard to let go. You still going to be lonely after a shower because they ain't there. You still by yourself. It's the mindset. It's the mindset. Being lonely and being alone is two different things. You got to learn to be alone. And when you find out that once you are alone and that you can go and you can start thinking about you, you can start developing you, you can start figuring out what is it that you want. We so attached to other people and dealing with other people that we forget about ourselves. We don't consider ourselves. And we're not building on ourselves. That's why whenever people are in relationships, when people have strong friendships and different stuff like that, the other person continues to do what it is that they want to do. I just want to support them. I just want to make sure they straight. But you crooked. I want to make sure they have, but you don't. I want to make sure they succeed, but you not. How long is too long? How long is too long? And you'll find yourself understanding that at the end of the day, for real, if you really get focused on what you want to do, you really start getting yourself established, you really start honing in on what you want to accomplish, a lot of those things that used to occupy your mind, you won't have time or the space for it. You won't have the time or the space for it. And the thing that's going to hurt your feelings, let me tell you, the thing that's going to hurt your feelings is this right here. Whenever you finally make up in your mind that you done, whenever you finally make up in your mind that you're going to go and do something different or whatever the case may be, them jokers are not going to even recognize the fact that you left. Then your little feelings going to be hurt. You're going to find out your little butt wasn't all that, honey. It don't matter what you got going on. So y'all be out here making a whole slop bucket out yourself. Every hole on your body, you done let somebody violate. And just because you thought that if you do one more extra thing, then all is going to be well. Hell no. No, 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 no. It ain't. Huh? It ain't. It won't work. It won't work. Now, I don't know who that was for, but it was for somebody because I sure didn't plan on saying that today. So go on ahead and get your little self together, honey, and stop doing that kind of stuff. For somebody that you on rotation for. Child, please, got you on rotation, honey. No, ma'am. Got you on rotation, sir. No, sir. Because it can happen to men, too. You out here thinking you about that life and all that other stuff. Nah, you got a strong back. That's what she want. You ain't no spending the night. What you doing? What happened? It looked like you got the pillow and tucked it. You know, when you tuck the pillow, you finna go to sleep. You ain't no baby. Ain't nobody taking naps. Go on now. Go on now. Appreciate you, but go on now. No. Surely you ain't turning on the shower. You better go ahead and get that rag. Take a whole bath. Y'all know what a whole bath is when you just at the sink or whatever. You know, so well, that's what, my people said it was. No. It can happen to you too, sir. Now you look feelings hurt and stuff. If you think you're lonely now, baby, yeah, wait until tonight. Boy, she ain't even answering the phone for you no more or nothing. Because it's time for the other one to get paid. So she, you know what I'm saying? Y'all on different schedules. I just wanted you to know. I just wanted you to know. So at the end of the day, everybody is somebody. At the end of the day, everybody deserves to be happy. But how can you, my friend, how? Tell me how. How can you be happy? How can you make somebody else happy if you're not experiencing it yourself? How? Because at the end of the day, when you start doing all that stuff, oh, well, as long as they happy, I'm happy. Baby, I need y'all to stop lying to y'all self. As long as they happy, I'm happy. That's not true for me. I'm telling you that right now. As long as they smiling, I'm good. I don't care nothing about you smiling. I don't even care if you got teeth when you smile. No. I feel some type of way. I got to get myself together. I got to do what's necessary for me in order for me to show up the way I need to show up. I got to do whatever's going to regulate my mind. I got to be renewed by the transforming of my mind. So if I can't be renewed by the transforming of my mind with the people that I got around me, I'm not happy. How long is too long, Sugarfoot? If you know me, then you know my story. If you don't know me, baby, you looking at a stroke survivor. Please, huh? If not looking like what you've been through was a person, you looking at a cancer survivor. Come on, somebody. Please. I learned when I was going through those things. Baby, you are only as valuable to a person as what you're willing to provide to that person. So if what they wanted from you was something financial, if what they wanted from you was to be able to glean from, the community that you've built, the people that you're around and all this other stuff. And as my grandma saying, you mess around and you took sick. I'm like, why people taking sick? Give it back. I don't want it. You mess around and you took sick. So now you're not as financially stable or financially available to give the way that you were once given. You will find that people will leave you when you're on your sick bed. When you find that you can't go out in these public places and do as much as you once were doing to be able to bring people together because your immune system is compromised, you will find that people will disconnect from you whenever you're not there to connect them with somebody else. So I'm far from dumb, and I'm too tall to be played short. But at the end of the day, just because I don't say a thing don't mean I did not see it. I had to change the way that I responded to things and people because I had responded to those things and people the wrong way for far too long. I had to learn I ain't got to cuss everybody out. I had to learn that I don't have to tell you what I'm going to do before I do it. I'm a grown woman. I had to learn that. I had to learn that I need to quit trying to get approval from other people because I wanted to see what they was going to say or see if I had somebody come along with me. It comes a time in your life, baby, where you have to understand, you have to come to the conclusion that you matter, what you desire matter, your goals matter, your happiness matters, your peace matter. You matter. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what mistakes you've made. Somebody asks, is heartbreak a form of taking sick? You definitely can be. Yes, baby. That heart something else, ain't it, y'all? Ooh. That heart to have you rocking like see on Color Purple. Oh, my God. Baby, it have you rocking like you got a rocking chair, but you in a love seat. Want it? Ooh, have you holding yourself? My God. But this is the thing though. You have to understand, even when it's like that, because matters of the heart, that thing will bother you. Matters of the heart, it'll get to you. Good God Almighty. It'll get to you. But you have to always remind yourself of what it is that you desired and what it was that that person gave you. How they showed up for you or how they did not show up for you. So when them jokers call you again, because you already know it's a cycle, they going to call you again. You already know that they going to take you on the best date this time. Usually you was going through a drive-through. Now they going to take you somewhere so you can sit down. Whatever. Usually y'all have y'all little encounters. Now they in there like they trying to get a darn award, honey. Please. They in there doing acrobats and things. All to get you sunk in again so that you can go through that same cycle again. You have to ask yourself, is it worth it? How long is too long? How long is too long? You'll find yourself being in mental anguish, mentally ill, all kind of stuff. And I'm telling you right now, ain't no butt or no diggling out there worth killing yourself over. Not nary one. Not now. That's what we say in the country. Not now one. And you out here making a mockery of yourself. In your head, it's the best experience you ever had. That's because you ain't had the right experience. How about that? The wrong person always wants you to feel like they the best thing that ever happened so that you won't go and experience anything to compare it to. Please. Please, honey. Please. I never forget I was in a horrible relationship. Horrible relationship. Very abusive. Very abusive. I'm talking about had to be hospitalized abusive. And that joker had the audacity to tell me, you'll never meet another like me. I was like, Lord, I thank you. Please promise me. Huh? Then when I finally got myself together and I was doing like I needed to do and being a conversation, you think you better than me, don't you? I absolutely do, sir. My God, I do. On this here day, I do. Yeah, say something. I wish you would walk up on me. Because at that point, I understood that time was up. How long is too long? You let a person sit up there, start off, they talking hard to you at first. That's to mess with you emotionally. That's to mess with you mentally. Then they start doing that little flex stuff and you doing all this little stuff like you a kid on a playground. Like somebody done put something on your shoulder like, knock this off. And you over there, like we say, duking and dodging. It go from yelling to them grabbing you up, hemming you up, putting a hand around, oh, okay, you doing all, oh, okay, yeah. And then the sorries become more, but then the licks become harder. I need you to understand that type of behavior is not going to change. And I'm going to step on somebody's toes that I don't care who gets mad at it or who disagrees. That kind of BS, you won't pray out of nobody. I'm going to say it again. That kind of BS, you won't pray out of anybody. They got to want it for themselves. They got to do the work for themselves. Because, my tongue almost slipped. My tongue almost slipped. What end up happening is, you go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to have to go to the next thing. Because I done got re-mad. You hear me? Because I've talked to so many people that feel, well, I'm just praying about, okay, what you finna do is fast forward that part that says, until death do you part. That's about to be fast forwarded. That's what's about to pop off. Yeah, that's what's about to pop off. You get no respect from me. None. If you that kind of person like to put hands on people. You don't even get respect from me if you one of them ones like, you're not going to get an award, a longevity abuse award. You're not going to get that. Well, I was just trying to hold on till my change come. No, you was holding on to his hand because he was choking you and you couldn't breathe. Come on, sis. Let's get it together. Well, I'm there for the kids. No, you not. Them kids see you getting your butt whooped. And they mind, they feel like, oh, well, if nobody don't put hands on me, they don't really love me. I need you to understand what you really doing for real. Like, stop it. You done seen your mama get her butt whooped, grandma get her butt whooped. So I guess now y'all just defeated champions. You better get you an exit strategy. You better get up out of there. And half the time when you got an abusive joker there, they ain't even halfway helping you. I don't want to be by myself. Baby, you got a house full of people and you still by yourself. What you talking about? I don't want my kids not to have their father around. They don't want Mike Tyson in there with them. They don't want Holyfield with them. They don't want that little aggressive nighttime story. They tired of them walls getting having holes in them and stuff and you being called everything but your name. What's your mama name? B? Because that's all your daddy called them. I don't think that's your mama real name. My God, who would have named their child B? Oh, that was my daddy be calling her. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Let's move right on along, though. Because somebody in their feelings, I feel it virtually. Get out your feelings, sis. Get out your feelings and get out that house. How about that? Go ahead and be saving up. Get your exit strategy going on. Go ahead and apply for you another spot and all of that. Because it ain't even like that he faithful. This joker putting hands on you and he ain't faithful. That's okay. You already know because it goes in cycles. He about to be gone for a couple of days, maybe even a week and all that other stuff. You go ahead, get yourself situated. When he come back that next time, he going to be coming back to somebody else's house because you ain't going to be there. Unless you're going to go to your next house and he going to lie to you for a couple of weeks and you're going to give him another opportunity. Now he got to do a change of dress because he coming to mess up your new place. But, you know, we ain't going to go there. Let's just stay focused and move on. Don't ask me how I know that. Lord have mercy. Your girl done did some foolish things. But, baby, I had to understand that enough was enough. Oh, Lord. Enough was enough. My God. Somebody over here asked. They said, but what if it's your children? What if it's your children? Huh? What if it's your children? I know it's harder. Let's be all the way real. Because you'll have people to say, I don't care who it is. And if it blah, 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 I'm like, shut up. Because let me tell you something. If you are a parent, you are always going to be a parent. Your child can be 40 years old and you can be 70. That's still your baby. You still going to worry at some point. You still going to think about them. You're going to want the best for them. But you have to understand this. When it comes to a place that is causing you your peace, when it comes to a place that you can't even concentrate, you can't even focus, when they say take your burdens to the Lord and leave them there, that's what they talking about. Whenever you had that conversation like, oh, I'm trying all I can and I don't even know what to do no more because it's out of your hands. There's nothing you'll be able to do. You won't be able to control it. You won't be able to redirect it. The only thing you can do is base it on what you've already put in them, what you've already instilled in them. And like I tell people all the time, baby, you got to bathe it in prayer and dry it off in faith. Bathe it in prayer, dry it off in faith. That's what you're going to have to do. That's what you're going to have to do. Ryan, what you talking about? There's an incomplete sentence. What you trying to say? I don't even believe in parent abuse. I'm telling you that now. I don't believe in parent abuse, period. Because I don't believe in parent abuse. I do know it exists. I'm saying as for me in my house. As for me in my house. I ain't going to say what would never ever happen. But I can tell you. They would think real hard on ever repeating it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You financing foolishness. You financing foolishness. You get upset. They don't never do what I ask them to do. When I call, they don't even answer my call. But you pay the phone bill. If you don't put in a username or password and disable that line, what you doing? Well, I want them to be able to call if they need me. I want them to be able to have access to a phone if they was in trouble. I promise you, these kids don't rock by themselves. They're going to always be around somebody with a phone. When you're in parenthood, you got to understand that you either going to raise them or they're going to try to re-raise you. if that child is not mentally ill, if they do not have a disability, then the other stuff in between is something that you can communicate, you can work through, you can figure out. You have to set those boundaries. You have to do different things. Even if they are mentally ill, even if they are disabled, you can still have different type of standards and boundaries. It just have to be to that specific child. You cannot set certain things if you have multiple children. You cannot set certain things for all children. All of them different. All of them have different personalities. All of them comprehend different. They think different. They respond different. You're raising different individuals. Grandma and Grandpa Crawford, that's cute. Thank you for the stars. But do you guys see what I'm saying? At what point are you going to stand in your strength to be able to say enough is enough? The question of the day, how long is too long? My grandma always told me, the Lord look out for babies and fools, and I'm too old to be a baby. Yeah, mine was spoiled rotten. I'm just gonna be real. I went through those abusive relationships, and I just felt a guilty conscience about them being around, even though they were small. And I just had that guilt. Then I had to work a lot, so I was absent or whatever. And then I had guilt about that. So I always made sure that I showed up in a matter of gifts. Whatever they could say they wanted, I made sure that I gave it. Whatever they said they wanted to do, I made sure they was able to do it. If I wasn't able to be there, I paid somebody else to escort them. I made sure that they didn't have to worry about anything. But where I failed at was making sure that they could do it for themselves in my absence. That they would do something to be rewarded for something else. I made it too convenient. So then whenever they just, honey, they was real scriptorial. Baby, they was speaking things out. They was power in the tongue, honey. They was manifesting. But when it got to the point that they was doing it, but it was draining me, that's when I understood I did it wrong. I did it wrong. But at the end of the day, how long was I going to beat myself up about that? Huh? So I'm just going to keep on going through that whole scenario of shoulda, coulda, woulda? No. Enough is enough. Identify whatever you did, whatever you didn't do. Come to that common ground. We're going to start from here. Because all of the other stuff in between is manipulation. Please. How long is too long? Hey, Ken. That's what you have to ask yourself. And like I told y'all in the beginning, right? Like I told y'all in the very beginning, you have to understand, listen to me, you are more than mama, than daddy, than girlfriend, the boyfriend, the wife, the husband, the employee, whatever that thing is. There's more to you. There's more to you. And I want you to get back to that point of understanding that is more. Get back to that point of wanting more. Get back to that point of identifying what is it really that you want to do. You can do it, sis. You can do it, bruh. And I don't care how old you are. There's no age limit on this. There's no age limit on it. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give y'all the story time, and then I'm going to get up off here. Somebody put story time in the comment bar. Put story time in the comment bar. I'm going to give you this, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get off. Because I don't want to hold you guys too long. I appreciate you guys so much, though. I thank y'all. Hey, listen, I'm getting ready to do a 7-day series on fear. This thing is going to be dope. Why? Because it's going to address the different types of fear. It's going to address not only what that fear is, what causes that fear, and how you can overcome it. Like real talk. It's going to start off with It's going to start off with a master class, right? So you do that master class, and then it's going to have a 7-day series of emails that's going to come to you, and it's going to give you the information about that particular fear, what causes it, what you need to break down in order for you to overcome it. And then it also comes with the workbook so that you can, write your notes, write your answers, really look at it, compare, and all of that goodness. I'm doing that because I know the number one thing that stops people from doing anything, whether they transitioning, whether you doing a pivot, whether you just trying to, whatever it is that you're trying to do, is fear. And even when people was like, I'm not confident enough, you're not confident because you're not competent. And then that goes back to fear. Well, it has to be excellent. Excellence is a cute way of saying I'm scared. You understand? So I'm really excited about that. I think you guys will really, really enjoy it. And y'all just stay posted. And if you want to be on that list to know whenever I'm putting it out, because I already know Black Friday, I know for a fact was whenever it was going to pop off, but I'm really thinking that I may do a pre-Black Friday. I really do think that I'm going to do a pre-Black Friday because Black Friday is going to be so overwhelming because people not out like that no more. You know what I'm saying? And things are being done differently or whatever. So I was like, you know what? I want to give this to my people. And I want you guys to get out there. I want you to do more for yourself. Whatever that thing is for you. But you can text the word Coach Keita to 21,000. All one word. COACHKITA. Coach Keita to 21,000. You guys will be the only ones that get it first. And then, of course, I'm going to give it out to the public. Guys, check it out. When I did this series, it was usually $197 on the cheap side. I'm doing the series for only $47. So you can get it for less than $50. Literally. A masterclass and a 7-day series for $47. That's all I'm doing it for. And I'm also working on a bundle deal that I'm going to be doing. It's going to give you guys some more stuff. I'm trying to figure out exactly what, though, because y'all be playing. When I say y'all be playing, I'm talking about with yourself. Not like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, stay focused. I'm talking about with doing what you need to do. So I know for a fact that fear has to be addressed first. If you can go ahead and, address that fear and even do it scared, you good. Who is that? Somebody with a 310 area code just opted in. Appreciate you. But we're going to go to story time, though, right? Story time. Listen. I can remember whenever I was coming up and I would see things differently, things would happen differently, and I would have a lot of stuff that was overwhelming me, and I thought that because it was overwhelming me, maybe it wasn't meant for me. Because people wasn't agreeing, or people wasn't bought in, or people wasn't supporting me, maybe I made the wrong decision. And because I was feeling that way, and because I had a lot of stuff going on, and because I was thinking that, I was thinking about the other failures that I had. I was thinking about me, when I did try to show up, it wasn't as many people that I thought was going to show up. It was just a lot, right? And then one day, I was so down on myself that I was like, well, Lord, I really don't even know why I continue. I don't know why I'm trying to do this. And I don't even know why I keep on letting myself down. Because at the end of the day, I'm the only one being let down. So then I had to realize this, though, y'all. I was letting myself down because I was so busy focusing on the ones I thought it was for. I was so busy focusing on the ones I thought should have came along with me. I was so busy focusing on the things that was draining me anyway, the people who was draining me anyway. And whenever I stopped focusing on that and I got more focus, thank you, Kamisha, and I got more focus on what it was that I actually needed to do, what it was that I actually needed to accomplish, what it was he actually wanted me to do, my whole life changed. My whole life changed. It was like, Keita, I didn't tell you to pick the people that it was going to benefit. I didn't tell you to pick the people that you was going to reach out to. I didn't tell you to pick the people that you was going to have conversation with. I just told you to talk. I just told you to do. I just told you to implement. Whenever you are authentic, whenever you are transparent, whenever you are consistent, the people that need to hear you, they will hear your voice, they will recognize it, and they will come. I need y'all to understand that. You can't start and stop. When you start and stop and you're not consistent to somebody else, they feel like, I can't trust them. I can't trust them to show up. People got to trust you. When you're not authentic, when you're not transparent, people, they don't feel you like that. Why? Because they recognize fake. They recognize phony. Now they don't know you. People have to know you. When you don't even show your personality and you're not smiling, or you might have a different personality. Maybe you're more serious, or maybe you're however it is. But people don't get to like you. Y'all, thank y'all so much for them hearts. Daniel, I don't know what you just put in there, but I'm going to delete it. Don't advertise in my things. I'm going to tell y'all why I don't like that. Number one, because people pay me to promote their products, their services, or whatever. And whenever it's like equivalent to come to people's house, going to their refrigerator. Like, what you doing? You ain't at home. That's what it equivalates to me, right? So at the end of the day, you have to understand this. Whenever you're able to show up, whenever you're able to understand that what you're doing, you're supposed to be doing, stop looking for responses. Stop looking for people to say yay and all this other. No, don't do that. What matters to you matters to him. He said, I'll give you the desires of your heart. You know what I understood with that? Check it out. When I understood that he is the one that put the desires in us. He is the one that gives us our gifts, our abilities, our talents, our skills. He gives us those things. So why wouldn't he give us the desires of our heart if he's the one that put it there? I was like, aha. That makes so much sense. That's why that tug that you feel, that's why it keeps coming back to your mind. That's why you really, really want to do it, because it's what you're conditioned for. It's what you was born for. It's what your purpose for. And because you're purpose for it, he will continue on reminding you, and that desire keep on coming up. That desire keep on coming. He said, I'll give you the desires of your heart. Right? What matters to you matters to him. I'm going to give you this acronym of heart, and I'm going to get up off here because I only have 2 minutes to do it. Y'all work with me. Put the letter H. We're going to do the acronym for heart, and then I'm going to be up off of here. Put H. Come on, y'all. H. What matters to you matters to him. We're talking about matters of the heart. H. Somebody give me an H. Thank you, baby. Debt free over here. She gave me an H. H is for hearing. You got to be so mindful of what you listen to. Be so mindful of who you listen to. Be mindful of the words that they're speaking. There's power in the tongue. So whenever something is spoken to you, thoughts become things. So be mindful of what you are hearing. Be mindful of what you are listening to. Give me an E. E, you got your E. You got your E. Somebody give me an E. H is for hearing. Come on. H is for hearing. Y'all remember that. E. Okay, I got debt free on it. She matters of the heart. It seemed like my thing was okay, I see y'all things coming up now. Sorry, y'all, my thing has a delay. Sorry about that. I'm trying to wait for it on my end. I see you guys giving me the E's, but I'm trying to wait for it to come on there. Okay, there we go. Because my thing got a lag in it, guys. So I apologize for that. E is for expectation. What do you expect? Like, not what somebody else has told you, not what somebody else wants you to do, not what somebody else has been believing you for. A lot of y'all doing a lot of stuff that family members wanted you to do. They thought that you should have went for that degree. They thought you should have did this. So you've been living up to somebody else's expectations for so long that you're feeling some kind of way now. And because you're feeling that way, and because you're feeling that way, it has you feeling less than. But I don't want you to think about nobody else, just you. What are you expecting? What are you expecting to see? What are you expecting to develop? What are you expecting to be able to produce? Then we have the A. A. Give me an A, but I'm going to move forward. A is for alteration. What do you need to change? What needs to be altered in your life? Where do you need to stop going to? What do you need to stop going to? Rosalind, quit putting that in there before I block you. I just told the other guy the same thing. Don't do that. So what do you need to alter? What do you need to change? What do you need to change in your mind, the way that you're thinking? What places do you need to change from going from? What people do you need to change from being around? You have to alter whatever is necessary. R is for revelation. R is for revelation. What has been revealed to you a long time ago, before somebody super stupid convinced you that you wasn't going to be able to do it. They talked you out of it. They made you feel like you wasn't enough. They made you feel like it was going to be too hard. They made you feel like that you shouldn't be doing it. And then you have the ones that talked you out of it that really did love you. They just wanted the best for you. But at the end of the day, they didn't see what he showed you. They didn't hear what he spoke to you. What was revealed to you a long time ago. That revelation is not going to come back void. He's not going to change his mind. I know the plans that I have for you is what he said, right? Then T. T is for transformation. T is for transformation. Until you hear and listen to the right things and the right people. Until you expect it to happen for real. Until you alter and make the necessary changes that you have to make, you will never receive the revelation that he promised for you to have. Matters of the heart. Because what matters to you, it matters to him. What matters to you, matters to him. I hope that you guys have an awesome day. I hope that you guys continue to be amazing. I want you to understand, no matter what you've been through, no matter what challenges you have, no matter what mistakes you made, no matter any of that kind of stuff, you can never mess up so badly that he won't welcome you back home. You always welcome to come home. You always have a place in your life where you're going to hit a hard spot, period. What's up, Naya? You're going to hit a hard spot. That's life, and it's okay. But you have to choose your hard. Or you're going to be in that hard space and keep on going through regret, or you're going to be in that hard space where you're trying to accomplish, you're trying to reach whatever it is that you want to reach. Either way, it's going to be hard. Choose the hard that's going to give you the outcomes that you desire. Okay? I appreciate y'all so much. I thank y'all for tuning in. I thank y'all for listening. Remember, you are somebody, so am I. The Lord loves you, and so do I. All hearts and minds clear, type clear in the comment bar. All hearts and minds clear, type clear in the comment bar. This is your first time watching, Deborah. Thank you. Make sure it ain't your last. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys share me out. Make sure that you invite people in. Make sure that you have your notifications on whenever I do go on. When I get on, I'm usually talking with something that makes some sense. Sometimes I'm on here with the foolishness, but you'll still get a lesson at the end. Come on, Naya. Yes, yes, yes. Clear. Good. It's your first time too, Queen. What is that, Bieber? Thank you for showing up, sis. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for them stars, honey. Come through here and show me some love. All right. Now may the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. Here now forevermore. We all say amen, amen, and amen. Remember, Text the word Coach Keita to 21,000. Be one of the first ones to know whenever I'm dropping this bundle or I'm dropping this product for the Black Friday sale, because I want to be able to help you guys get unstuck. I want you to be able to push past where you are so that you can get to where you desire to be. Till next time, I'm out. It's your first time too, Iverson. Welcome. Me too, Miss Mary. What's going on?